Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. As always, before we begin, notification, just make sure that you smash that like button, smash the subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell. Ah, clearly, YouTube, obviously, like the anti-BS commissioner, they've decided to put a commercial in before. Just before we begin, as I said before, make sure you hit the notification bell, which is on the right hand side next to the subscribe button. Smash the subscribe button, and we hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for taking the time to watch BWTM Sports. You may not already know it, but now you know it. We are in an anti BS zone. Mind your language as you enter the room. Without further ado, we welcome once again the anti bullshit commissioner. And we can say bullshit, it's after 11 o'clock. The anti bullshit commissioner of life, but in particular of boxing. Welcome to room, Mr. Commissioner.
Namaste.
How are you today or this evening?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
Flying high as always.
Great. So, as you know, we've called this the Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua 2, the anti-BS edition. So, let's just put the two people up in the room. And we're going to use the iconic... We've got Johnny Nelson, with hands open, looking into Joshua, asking Joshua, did you quit? And Andrew is Junior looking him in the eye, and Joshua kind of looking down at the hands of Johnny Nelson, wondering why Johnny Nelson's asked him such a question, even believing that he possibly could have quit. But anyway, that's the picture that people are seeing at the moment. So, without further ado, sir, please do take it away. The floor is yours.
First, before we continue, I need to make a note to people that I was forced to watch this by England. I haven't been able to physically do that myself prior, but for professional purposes, I endured the pain of this. So, and I made also a few notes on observing certain things.
You're breaking up slightly. You're gonna have to make it clearer because you sound a bit muffled.
I just wanted it to be known to people that I was forced to watch this by you for professional reasons, obviously, but nonetheless, I was still forced because I was unable to watch this myself without just shaking my head hugely.
Why?
To be fair, I actually noticed at one point I turned off in my notes now. I've pressed it on 4 times with my thumb to scroll down to the bottom, so there's a little bit here. even really and truly in the intro, when there's the opera music playing.
Yep.
Joshua said, I wanted the challenge, but I failed, and this time I'm going to make sure that I'm not getting distracted. Even in that, it's like, if you're out there wanting a challenge and looking for a challenge, why would you recognize it or get one, but then allow yourself to be distracted? Cool. He's human,
Okay.
This is funny. Johnny says, how does it feel sitting in front of him? And Joshua pauses. Then from what I've learned and understood about body language, when you are looking to think, to recall something, you look up to the right, where Joshua paused and looked up to the left, which then, through body language, would signify that you're lying. His pause says, he says something along the lines of, I feel alright. And he says, the main thing is that I'm still sitting here. I'm not really understanding. It didn't actually answer the question that Johnny asked, how do you feel? His answer was, the main thing, I'm still sitting here. I find that difficult how that kind of goes over people's head. Obviously, Johnny's paid by Sky Sports.
Yes.
So he's not overly going to question it. But like I'm saying, this is not the first time this gloves are off, that Joshua does it in order. It's the first time that he's ever done it. A lot of the times, Joshua's like very like a politician, like a politician, where he's asked questions and doesn't actually answer the question he's asked. Johnny then goes on to ask him, "You find it tough being around Andy?" And Joshua answers, "No, not at all, because life is a journey and boxing, but it doesn't actually answer whether you find it tough." With his pause also, no, yeah, because no, I don't know because why you wouldn't find it tough. But again, he doesn't actually answer the question. He then deviates into this whole journey of boxing his life and short and I have his answer ultimately to it was, "I have no boxers in my life, and you're supposed to be in my life for 3 months. He's now in for 6 months. It's the rematch, That was his answer to, "Do you find it tough being around him?" You are able to see him clearly being uncomfortable. His facial gestures, his body posture. Johnny then asks, "Has it made you hungrier?" Joshua says, "No, I've gone back to my instinct." So, but this is picking at words, but words mean ultimately. This is why this is bullshit, because does that mean your instincts are not hungry? You've been pushing this whole stay hungry business the whole of your career. But Johnny asked you, "Has this made you hungrier?" And his reply was, "No, I've gone back to my instincts." I see that. I see through that personally. I've always said that his instincts are not what he's portrayed, but for people to see themselves. Johnny says, "How many times have you seen the fight over?" Joshua says, "Many times. I sometimes stop at round 3, which even that's just a madness to be saying that." He then says, "It doesn't seem real because I know that I'm better than that." So in his head, he's still like it comes across to him that it's not being real, like he's in the dream. I was scratching my head at that. This part was hilarious. Johnny says to Andy, what are his weaknesses? So Andy says, "His style was perfect for me." The way Joshua's face kind of looked, replied to that in response to that, would be similar to, I would imagine, someone having just eaten a shit sandwich. Joshua, oh yeah, hold on. He then went on to the old adage. He said, "My style has to change. If I want the same result, I will do the same thing." Now, no one was actually saying that Joshua needed to change his style. If anything, his style was successful up until he dropped Ruiz and then kind of abandoned what he was doing, attempting to blow him out of water, which is what he failed at. So in essence, he just needs to keep doing what he started off doing. That's what I've always said. But he chose to change everything, which is a bit, again, I think is a bit crazy. This then came at the 9-minute point, which I recalled turning off originally at this 9-minute point, because he was saying something about 50-50. He started going into like attempting to start drifting into stories about 50-50 and this, and I'm not even really too sure what he was going on about, but I was just sick of hearing that. I turned it off. Johnny, what is your opinion? I think he was saying about what is your opinion of the fight in the past? Joshua's reply was, "I lost in it." That's it. Johnny then says, "How many times out of 10 would you beat Joshua?" Andy says 10 times. And Joshua says, 9, I have to give him the 1. Alright? Johnny, this reply says a lot in my mind, or in my eyes. Johnny says, "Are you still as in love with the game?" Joshua says, "I will never lose love for it. This game is everything that I am." Which means that aside from boxing, like his said he is nothing, he has nothing, which says a lot, signifies a lot. I can totally get that from some perspectives, but it's like making that everything and that being your everything is not a good look psychologically for an individual. But again, in reply to are you still as in love with the game, he just said I will never lose love for it. Like he never said, I love it. I still love it just as much. Another thing that I noted when Johnny was asking him about the loyalty regarding Rob McCracken and changing his team, Joshua replied, blood in, blood out. And what I've noticed is that he likes to mention or quote a lot of like rap because blood in, blood out again said in a lot of raps. Joshua said that the military mindset. He said a lot of Tupac quotes. I've just tend to notice that about him. I actually had to pause here for a moment. Ironically, I went next door and the news was on and they were talking about the fight. And I've also noticed that Joshua had his teeth whitened, which was a bit weird. I think that's crazy for anyone. One of my good friends did it, and I just said to him, I think you look like a serial killer because your teeth are white. Like, it looks like something's wrong with you. You have some sort of issues. But, I understand that's the lifestyle that he's in. I just thought it was really weird, especially because he's out of Saudi Arabia. It's naturally going to get darker. His teeth are looking whiter. It's just messed up.
Wait, stop. How do you know he's got his teeth whitened?
Because his teeth are fucking piercing my eyes. I have to use this word. I just can't stand it on people. I just think it's because it's like, you know, it's not like I can't notice. That's my issue.
Oh, my belly.
Like, if you're gonna do it subtly, but don't do it where I can see the teeth. No one's teeth are supposed to look like A4 paper. No one. It signifies that you do not eat food.
Oh.
You do not drink drinks at all. And you just got nothing goes in your mouth, in your earth.
Oh, my stomach.
It's just, I just always say that that's a weird thing. I detect females like that, but I can kind of give them a pass. When I see grown-ass men doing that, it's like, mate, it's your life, man. I feel like you've got problems.
So he got his teeth done. Okay, keep going. Oh man, my stomach
It was
hurts.
just weird how he was on the news in the next room. That's pretty weird. 1 second, please.
Sure.
It's actually quite funny because I don't think I would have been able to take this prior to something. When I then went back onto it, he then done his old free option things about like what I noticed is basically the free options that he's saying, that's what people do anyway. You would stay the same, change, or get better. That's kind of like life, very obvious. He then says, what I need to do is to go back to my instincts. I am an instincts fighter. I know my instincts. Pardon, but then if you then recall what his instincts were in the fight,
You got knocked out.
he never came out of the corner. These are all instincts. You only tend to really know your instincts when you've been in those situations before. It's just that he's never been on that side of things before. I've not seen personally. This is just a little thing, like it's something small, but I just know these things and I just think it's just weird how people say things like this. Johnny said, he's never sat on this side of the table before. And Joshua said, I've never realised that. And I just think how can you not realise that you sat with Johnny to your left your whole career and now he's on your right? I think these are just little things that I feel that people just unnecessarily lie about. belong with easy competition. Now, the reason I noted that, two reasons. One, because up until he won the title, barring Dylan aside, Dylan was like literally the only fight that he had. Up until then, he had easy competition. And I do recall, I didn't see the interview, but I do recall that he said that after beating Ruiz, he should have an easy fight. And then that would then go against the fact that he's saying he wants to be an easy competition.
Right.
1 second, please.
He's also said that he'd block the Wilder fight as well.
What, in the gloves are off?
No, he didn't say it then. He said it in something else. He's been talking about he's blocking the Wilder fight.
I did have the five live or Radio 5 interview, but I couldn't sit through that, to be fair. I'll do that for you. I need the weekend to pass. I need the weekend to get over what I just saw. So once I recover, I'll recover Monday, and we can do a Radio 5, the Radio 5 interview, stroke the result of the fight interview.
Okay.
He then says a lot of Africans don't like to speak about their heritage, and to my knowledge, I do not know one single African
It doesn't like to talk about the knowledge, the heritage.
Yeah. I've never known them, like, let's use the word famous or celebrity. I've never known an African.
That's not proud of their heritage.
Like yeah. Again, he's just chatting shit, bullshitting, or he's just very delusional. One of the two. Johnny said, "Is there any pressure?" Joshua's response is, "My own pressure," which is fair enough. Boxers put themselves under pressure. People put themselves under pressure. That's cool. He then said, word for word, "My family and the people who truly care for me, definitely. What I would like to think is, why would your family be putting you under? Why would you have pressure from your family? Why would the people you love and care for, truly care for, put you under pressure?" Maybe again that's your own thing, but that's just how he's saying it, so that's how I've taken it. This one here, I swear to you, I was really able to control myself, but it took 110% of my strength to not burst out laughing and throw my phone out the window. Because Johnny said, "What's going to happen December 7th?" And Joshua's reply was, "I won't get burned." He said, "The meat wasn't cooked." The meat wasn't cooked enough. He said it was only about 30%. I should have kept on poking. I'll tell you, I'll be deadly honest with you. My main question that rose in my head was, I'm never gonna go over to your house if you ever invited me over to cook. What are you poking me for? I thought I shouldn't get poking. What are you poking me for, bro? Less than me in there to cook. Just poking me.
You should be a master chef.
Please, no. Let's start him on Bake Off first. Let's see how he does with cakes. It's hard to give people food poisoning with apple crumbles. Start with that. Then says, I speak it into existence, but actually when he was answering the question, he didn't actually speak anything into existence, and at no point throughout the whole Gloves Are Off did he speak anything into existence. Did he say anything remotely positive or remotely? I mean, he did mention winning. He didn't mention saying they're my belts, but at no point did he say like he would win, whereas Andy stated, "I'm going to win." He then said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to win, God willing," but there's a couple of times when he said like positively, "I'm winning. I'm going to have to win." Joshua again was still giving more attention. I get that, Sky Sports, but you know, and I don't ultimately think Andy Ruiz cares. Andy Ruiz, like he mentioned, his style is tailor made for him. That's why he's just cool. Joshua got a 50% Andy Ruiz last time. He's now getting 100% Andy Ruiz. You cannot say that Joshua is 100% this time round because he's not 100% of what he is, because he's changing his style, he's changing what he is, he's changing what he was. So you're never going to be 100% the first time around. You may be 96%. But you're going to have some chinks that's going to need to be ironed out. But you don't want them ironed out whilst you're getting ironed out. That's the worst way you want to iron out your chink by getting ironed out. I'm telling you now.
So,
but,
what have you? It was entertaining.
I mean, it's nothing that I'm not used to. I'll have to watch. Was it? I think it was 22 minutes. I had to watch 17. No, sorry, incorrect there. I had to watch 12 more minutes more than what I had last time. Like I said, the tab's on you for that.
Tab's on you for that.
I'm going to some sort of bar, racking up some sort of bill, and coming and patting you on the shoulder, leaving, because that was a lot. I wasn't prepared for this today. That's what it was. I never woke up ready for
this. So questions I'm going to ask you. So observation, comments Joshua made. Joshua said that boxing's got a short window, but in that short window, he's going to box until he's 50.
This is another factor. Again, I don't need to state that's bullshit. Sometimes I feel like I do. It's just insane that someone can tell you those two comments, or make those two statements. Boxing has a short window, but I want to box until I'm 50. But he has 20 more years left of boxing. That's what I said. He could be the first fighter ever, and most definitely the first heavyweight fighter to be a champion in 4 decades. 4 different decades. That would be amazing.
Hall of Fame great.
I'm sure he can. Pardon?
Hall of Fame great.
Sorry, say that one more time, please.
I said Hall of Fame great.
Most definitely. Like I was saying, the thing that he said about the reason I called it a shot of a punch from the gods is because I trained to not get hit with the punch, and he hit me with the punch. It's like I'm sure you're not the first fighter in the world to ever get hit with a punch that you train not to get hit with. That's kind of the basis of boxing, being hit. I'm not really sure how, because you got hit with something that you practice not to get hit by, you called it a shot from God. This is very weird. But that's his reasoning, that's his explanation. I'm just bouncing for that.
He's saying that the punch that Ruiz, he hit Ruiz with was a punch from the gods as well, probably.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
How can you question probably? That's what I'm getting. It's probably from the gods. But it wasn't. I mean, this is where I'm confused. How can his shot be from the gods and he just dropped him? The guy got up and punched him up. But his shot from the gods discombobulated him, and he was unable to really continue, regain composure himself, and fight on again. And they're both from the gods.
People, people actually sit down and lap this up. They're lapping this up.
And hence, as to why my title has been created. This is for the people who lap this up, really. Because there are still a lot of them. I'm not done. At the end of the day, I want him to do the best that he can. I want everyone to do the best that they can. That's all that they can do. But in the process of that, don't feed people shit. It's not a cool thing to do. It's not a nice thing to do. That's all.
What have you made of Joshua's appearance? There's people here said he looks like a rough sleeper. Looked like a rough sleeper at the press conference. He looks disturbed with the hairstyle. What are your thoughts? Do you think it could be UCAD
Like I
or?
said, his body language in general is very victimized, and you can just see that like he's thrown off by Andy Ruiz's calmness, completely thrown off by it, and I believe that at one point he was trying to convince himself to say, yeah, it's fine, it's just a one-off. Yeah, it really was, man. Don't worry, you got this, you're gonna win. But then, like certain point in that gloves are off, his face, man, he just did not want to be there. Even simple questions that Johnny was asking, like I said, he wasn't given straight answers. He wasn't actually answering the question at all sometimes, or a lot of the time.
His behaviour looks like one who's been violated, in the sense that he's been somebody.
He did get violated. So, like, but hold your hand up and say, okay, cool, I'm coming down. I'm gonna get better. He's saying, yeah, I lost, but I think he's been so used to things being stacked in his favour that he's in completely unfamiliar territory now. Like where he said, this is what I don't get. Where he said, I said, let's do it. Let's have the rematch in New York. And Andy was like, yeah, that's what I said. I don't believe that that was the case, because if he was on that, then they would have done that. But they've gone very far from New York. Very, very far, in fact. Saudi Arabia.
New York in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, yeah, it's apparently, I heard that New York have said it's Saudi Arabia. So apparently it's the mecca of boxing. And like I said to you earlier, it is the mecca of boxing for anyone who's Arabic or Middle Eastern. It most definitely is. But it's not the mecca of boxing in general. Right. But that's how they want to sell it. The fact that you have these people selling you this, they're lying to your face. This is why they go on to people up to boxing. So why do you think politicians get away with so much? If boxers can talk shit to you all the time, and you sort out, you pay your money for that. You don't pay politicians to talk what they talk. Not that you know of. You're in your taxes, but not that you know of. So people just lap all of it up, man. It's very sickening.
Well, what have you made? I talked to Stavern last night, and he basically said that he heard that sparring. First of all, when I asked him about sparring, he laughed about the sparring part. As he said, I don't know what those people were doing in sparring with him. Then he said, I don't know what technical sparring is. I've never had technical sparring my whole career. I don't know what his technical sparring is. I've heard of light sparring. I've heard of body sparring. I ain't heard of technical sparring. And then he turned around and said, go ahead. Then he turned around and said that the stories about him knocking people out in sparring. He then said, who were the people who was knocking out in sparring? Tell me who they were. And then he said, from what I heard, he was getting knocked about in sparring and getting hurt in sparring. That's what I heard. And he's getting beaten up in sparring. That's what I heard. So it's same again. So what do you make of all that?
Ultimately, the fact that you have a heavyweight champion, ex-heavyweight champion, talking about fucking technical sparring, that should worry anyone who's a straight-up Joshua fanatic. As far as I'm aware, technical sparring is body sparring. As far as I'm aware.
He brought the story is according to David Hay. He brought Takam into camp and did technical sparring with Takam.
Wow. You know what? Good luck to him, man. If anyone feels like gambling, put your money in Joshua to win. Good luck to him, man. I feel like he can. And the irony that Andy Ruiz Joshua is still the favourite, so Andy Ruiz is still odds on to win. There's not many times times in life or in a year that
You can
the
make some good
bookies
money.
actually, the bookies actually helps you out. Go take advantage of this one. You're fighting in a terrain, in an environment that Andy Ruiz is actually conditioned for because he lives where is it in California. He does not live out in California. That side, he's from Mexico. He goes to Mexico very often. So he's used to those weather conditions. He's used to more than likely training in those weather conditions. So, like, in essence, the fight is to a degree stacked against Joshua. So, well, I said, all the best to everyone. As long as everyone does their best, is satisfied, doesn't get hurt or permanently hurt, main thing. To quote the legendary Joshua, I want a good dust up. I just want to see a good dust up.
According to insiders, the strategy for Joshua is to not get hit. Box, don't get hit by Ruiz. Don't engage and don't get hit.
No, the thing is, I do like that strategy. The only kind of issue that I have with it is I feel like that's the same strategy used by every single other boxer ever to box. Don't be hit. There may be the odd 2 or 3 here and there that just didn't mind getting hit, but I believe that every single other boxer's objective and strategy was to not be hit. So, I'm not really sure how else I could advise him. He sounds spot on there, though. I'd give him that advice.
Don't get hit.
Don't. Basically, Joshua, here's what you're gonna do. I can tell you how to win. This is how you win, mate. Listen, when you go in there, just don't let him hit you.
Don't let him hit you to the body. Don't let him hit you to the head.
Just don't let him hit you and you'll win. I guarantee you. It's not exactly advice that a financial guru would give. Hey, this is what they want. This is what they want to do. The irony, I did say that the pay-per-view has gone up £5.
So
Is this Fast Eddie
cashing out.
Is it? I don't know. It all depends on whether that price has gone up indefinitely or if it's just for this Saudi Arabia fight.
Interestingly enough, Eubank fights on the same night, and that's on a pay-per-view platform as well, PBC.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. They better forget about getting anything from the English market. Like the actual die hard fans, they're gonna stream it anyway. So yeah, good luck to PBC on that one. Is Eubank even known in America like that?
His father, innit? It's because of his father, I'd say.
But to what level? To sell a pay-per-view? Wilder's pay-per-view for him flopped the other day. Flopped the other day. I'm not really sure how Eubank Jr. is going to outsell Wilder. He may do. You know what? I hope he does.
What do you think?
That'll be amazing. That'll be amazing if he did. Like, hats off to him. I can't see it, but hats off to him.
Me neither. And what did you make of Wilder's knockout of Ortiz?
I just thought, it just looked pretty, what's the word? What's the word? Simple word as well. It looked all orchestrated. It looked all cool. Like, Ruiz didn't really throw any. No serious shots were thrown by either fighter, did I see, until that 7th round where he dropped him. Wilder's tactic basically seems like to wait for a few rounds to the guy to see how the guy's getting on, to make him tire himself out, and then just whack him hard, which undoubtedly he obviously can do. But that aside, It seemed very orchestrated. It seemed, that's the word. It seemed very choreographed. Because Wilder someone you can read his facial expressions,
Yep.
and he didn't look at all unnerved or worried or like he was trying to really avoid any punches. Because in all fairness, there weren't any punches to really avoid. Um, Ruiz was jabbing a bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Another person who decided to go on Weight Watchers,
who's that?
and Luis Ortiz. Luis
I
Ortiz
mean,
went on
to be
Weight
fair,
Watchers,
I would imagine that he would have done that from a cardiac perspective, not from boxing. That was of that age now when he needs to watch how his ticket's going.
but
So,
the people in here, and the people out there, for the most part, think that because you lose the weight, you're going to be a better boxer. They don't understand heavyweight boxing to the point that you lose the weight,
well, I mean,
you
I
get touched.
to be fair, if you lose the weight, what you will have is maybe slightly faster punching.
But what happens when you get
You're
touched
also
on the
going to
chin?
be more susceptible to said punches. So
I,
it's
me
give and
personally,
take there.
looking at Joshua, and now I look at him, he looks like he's dropped weight real quick, and he
That's
doesn't have
what
a
I'm
healthy
saying.
look to him.
This is where I say that this is where he loses. In my opinion, he loses the fight is because he's changed what he was known to be doing, what he is known. He's changed his thing. Andy Ruiz hasn't changed anything at all. Andy Ruiz has doubled up before he came to the ring in the first place. Why not stick to what he did in the first fight? Because, like I said, up until the time he dropped him, he was fighting perfectly. If he'd have continued fighting the same way, he would have won. Or he would have dropped him again, and if he'd have gone to points, he would have won. But it's because once he dropped him, he just tried to bulldoze him, and it never worked. So that's all I would do. I would have just done the same thing personally because I saw that I was winning up until he keeps talking his military mind and all that, but up until as a soldier he lost his composure. That's when shit went tits up. So why not make it not go tits up by doing the same thing, but not as recklessly?
Stavern also said that Andy Ruiz is too strong for Anthony Joshua. He's too strong
Too
physically.
fast, man. Too fast as well, man. The geezer's been fighting for 25 odd years, man. Like, it's probably like the most experienced fighter, barring Klitschko, that he may have fought. And Klitschko's only that more experienced because of his age.
Did you see Joshua turn to Andy Ruiz and said, "What does it take to beat you in Saudi Arabia?"
No. No, but I mean, you're just adding fuel to the fire now.
Why?
So, I mean, why are you going to go to a man who you're fighting and say, no, sorry, Keys, just one quick question. How do I beat you? You know, which shot should I hit you with? You going to tell me? Yeah, which shot do you think I should hit you with? Joshua, because, if you hit me with the shit, it's not going to happen. So why would you even fathom such a question? How do I beat you? And then he's talking all that abracadabra, I speak things into existence. So look at what he's speaking into existence.
Oh boy. Oh boy. It looks like Mr. Anti BS, his battery's run out on his phone, it looks like, because he's suddenly just dropped on us. But that was very entertaining as well. So I'd like to take this moment to thank the Anti BS Commissioner once again. What did you think of the Anti BS Commissioner? What did you think of his thoughts? The interview, all these comments. What were your thoughts on it? Would love to know what your thoughts are as always. Oh, I think calling us back. He hasn't gone yet. He's back. Hello.
Hi there.
I thought your battery had gone.
I thought yours was on.
No, it just cut out. It went beep, just cut out just randomly. Okay, go on.
Oh no, you were saying.
You were saying, oh yeah, there's a picture of him hugging Andy Ruiz. He's got his arm around Andy Ruiz and somebody else in a photo.
Saying.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just a picture of him and Andy Ruiz hugging one another. Very bizarre fashion. He's in the middle. He's got his arm around Andy Ruiz and somebody else, random person. I noticed at no point in time did Andy Ruiz turn around and hand out the belt to Joshua. At no point.
Yeah, but yeah, you know why? Because that's subconscious, subliminal.
So okay, what's your final thoughts on the fight?
Um, I believe that Joshua can win. I don't feel that he will, but I believe that he can. Um, he's a, he, but this is my verdict. In order for Joshua to win, he needs to box to the same degree that Tyson Fury did against Klitschko. Do you remember when at the end of the fight he took off his shoe and how burnt off his foot was?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he needs to do. Joshua needs to burn his feet. Instead of burning his hands, taking shit out of the oven, he needs to burn his feet by boxing around the ring.
Has he got the ability to do that though?
I believe he's got the ability.
In all of his career, where have you seen him do that? Don't mention the Joseph Parker fight.
Well, you're going to see him do that on Saturday. This all depends on how much he wants it. Because in my opinion, that's what he needs to do. He can't, clearly, he must have learned, maybe he hasn't. But I would have learned, okay, I can't fight with this geezer. I can't have a shootout with him. So I'm going to have to snipe him. I have to go on the roof, run around, jump from roof to roof and snipe him. I can't just approach him on a shootout, on a quick draw, because I'm going to lose every time.
Yeah, that's why you got going. You got to have a challenger mindset.
Punch and challenger mindset, man. Military mindset. Back to basics, instincts mindset.
Solid base.
Solid base, solid face. Told you. So it has solid base, solid face.
Do you know what I mean? Too many hooks in it.
I mean, there's only really one hook, to be fair. But yeah, I would imagine it may have felt like too many.
And the comments of him saying people need to bow down to him. Your thoughts on that?
Pardon?
But we need to bow down to him. Should he beat Andy Ruiz?
I don't know. It's just what my opinion is the the whole changing character doesn't work because he's been so falsely this humble nice guy thing for so long. That's why it comes across as false. It's weird because he's being himself, but
So who is the real Anthony Joshua in all this then?
um so to take words out of Dylan's mouth is was it a skinny bodybuilder. Literally it. He's got the he has an image in his head of who he would like to be, but who he would like to be and who he is very far.
I was thinking the reason why he's got hair on his head the way he has is because he's being tested.
I'm not really sure what people mean by this. To be fair,
We've got the hair on the head so they can test you. They can test you for any sort of drug test.
I mean, I'm not sure why people need to see it or like why it's being shown. Like, has he not been tested before? Clearly, he must have been. I'd like to think.
Yeah. AJ loses, but think we might see some dodgy ref or judges, so not nailed on. That's my view. What do you think of the?
Apparently, I don't know this, but apparently, there's been a dodgy judge appointed, or questionable judge.
I heard that the referee's been changed. You're gonna have the Parker referee, and that's what I heard.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's actually what I meant. The referee.
Yeah, it's gonna be Parker referee. I understand. He didn't allow.
I'm not sure. Again, is this what?
Listen,
Because the Parker referee actually not like Angelis or something?
I don't know, but he doesn't like people trying to get to work.
But this, the only thing that Joshua can do to win is to get to work. So I'm confused a little bit.
If he tries that holding shit, he's gonna get himself knocked out.
Boy, um,
We've got a guy here called.
if he tries any of that fighting shit, he's gonna get knocked out.
I know. Luciano says what people don't know is at 7 years of age, Ruiz had to fight 13-year-olds because of his weight. At 11 years old, he was fighting guys 18 and older, 24 years experience at ages 10 or 11. So he's the more experienced fighter coming in here as well. That's the thing.
That's what I said. Bar Klitschko, and that's because of Klitschko's age. Who? No one's as experienced as Andy Ruiz. He's a very experienced man.
Listen, I went back and watched Andy Ruiz again, yeah, and I watched him doing some pad work. Oh my god! Not only was he throwing the punch with bad intentions, but he's throwing the right hand with angles. Some of the angles I ain't never seen before. I ain't never seen his right hand coming one way, his body one way, the right hand coming another angle, shooting the right hand across. You know, so if you decide to move to the left or to the right, you're getting caught with that punch. Jesus Christ, I saw some of them angles and them punches he was throwing. Them body shots. Jeez.
Like I said, he got a 5 week ready Andy Ruiz and lost. Now he's got a 12 week ready. And more than likely, Andy Ruiz never really took that much of a break in between fights. I don't believe.
Well, according to Michael Hunter, he's in some wicked shape. He's saying Joshua's got an uphill struggle. If he had an uphill struggle before I went sparring, he's got a real problem now. So
I don't disagree.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Mr. Anti-BS, is there anything else you'd like to say before we disappear? Before you disappear.
Stay safe, people. Enjoy boxing. Keep supporting boxing. But don't fall for the BS.
Mr. ABC, thank you so much once again for being a part of BWTM Sports. We appreciate you.
Much love.
Take care. Speak soon.
Peace.
Peace out. So there you have it. The anti-BS commissioner, as forthright and as talking sense as usual, to clear up all the mystique about this fight. I will be doing a breakdown to this fight afterwards. The time for talking is almost over, and I'll do a short breakdown of how I see the fight going. See you in a minute. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments as always, and hit the notification bell. You've been watching. Thank you.